It's no secret that combat experience per hour has become easier to obtain over the years, but how fast can you really get 99? In this video we'll find out, so whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you enjoy all kinds of RuneScape content and want to stay updated with the recent news, be sure to subscribe. So I was waddling back and forth over the idea of making a new account and rushing to 99 without leveling defense for over a year, but I never really wanted to take that first step of making a new account and bonding it up. When my buddy Lootshark offered to do the race to 99 with me, I finally decided to do it because playing together is a lot more fun than solo. Additionally, we would use these accounts to PVM with afterwards as a pure, as to not waste the time and money spent on these accounts, but you'll be seeing that in a future video. And yes, I'll be comparing the times you submitted on my poll at the end to see how close you were to reality. So the first step for these accounts, at least in my case, was to walk to the Grand Exchange so that I could trade myself a bond and some starting gear to get started. Along the way, I activated my lodestones, fiddled around with my settings, and then I of course eventually bond up my account. Now I am doing this, or I did this, during double experience live, which means I had double the experience per hour. However, I account for that at the end. Don't worry. I then trade over some useful things from my main account, and this doesn't necessarily mean that this is cheating, because you could do this yourself. You can make some money from shop runs, skilling without leveling combat, so it's not per se unrealistic. The first thing I decided to do, and Lootshark did it as well, is use a powder of burials and bury a couple hundred of dragon bones to get level 43 prayer to get all the protection prayers, as at level 1 defense you're just going to need these for trading methods, especially at the higher levels. After making sure I wouldn't gain any defense experience on the account, it was time to sit at chickens with an aggression potion, because I was recording this during a heat wave and it was really hot, okay? It was not nice, so I kind of semi-AFK the chickens. Now levels 1 to 45, I did a bit of chickens, a bit of Burthroat trolls, and I also did ranged combat dummies I received from my daily treasure hunter keys. Now these dummies are decent experience and they're kind of AFK and they're not really that strong, but at the early levels they do make leveling a little bit nicer because you could just skip some of the boring, annoying mobs. Now the way I got a bunch of treasure hunter keys was simply completing my 3 daily challenges twice in a row, giving a couple of these and making the early leveling process much easier. Not only that, but if you convert a couple of your keys into oddments, you can literally get yourself a weapon that scales up to tier 70 without spending any GP. Now at level 45 range, the best place you can go, even though you're going to struggle really hard and you'll splash lots, even with tradable extreme potions, which you can buy now and use, is the Abyss. You unlock the Abyss by doing the Rune Mysteries quest and then the Abyss mini quest. This will again give you some treasure hunter keys. Always nice. Now the clip you're seeing on screen, I'm already at level 70 range using the Red Chinchompas, which you can do at level 55 range because somehow I didn't record at level 45 ranged, but really all I did was sit in a different spot as I would take too much damage standing in the spot I'm standing in right now. Also, what me and Lootshark both forgot was to use a Scrimshaw sacrifice for our training to give us 50% more experience at the cost of our drops, which are pretty much useless anyway if you're going for 99 range in the Abyss and other methods. So you might as well use it and save yourself some time. At level 70 range, we also both unlock the Corruption Shot ability, which to be fair is really expensive, but it really speeds up your training. So if you have the money, it's absolutely worth using, and it's also one of the best PVM abilities you can unlock. Oh, and I definitely died a lot during my training at the Abyss, but my death costs were so cheap that it didn't even matter. At level 75 ranged, we went to Elite Dungeon 3, and we used Mechanized Chinchompas, which are the best tier of Chinchompas you can use. And you can actually buy these on the Grand Exchange in case you didn't know. You don't have to make them with invention yourself, you can just buy them on the Grand Exchange. Now with 1 defense, you just get ripped apart in Elite Dungeon 3. The crabs, they just hit you so incredibly hard, it's really rough. But the experience is so worth it. Now because you lose your Ring of Daemonheim on death, which I used to tally back and bank if I didn't die, I decided to do the Impressing the Locals mini quest just like a Lootshark, so that I could use the Elite Dungeon 4 chest from the PVM portal and then teleport to Elite Dungeon 3, aka the Shadow Reef, to quickly come back every time you banked, which we had to do a lot of. Now while we did waste some time bank standing every now and then thinking of things, we pretty much just did Elite Dungeon 3 all the way up to level 99. I got the ranged pet Sparky at 6.5 million experience, and Lootshark got it at around 10.5 million experience.
To give out 7 days of free... Oh, I got the ranged pet!
Hey, you as well, congrats! Just a little later than me. That's not going to be enough for the level, unless he gives like 100k XP.
He's gonna give a lot of XP. 190k XP!
I got the level! I got the level!
Bug!
And not too long after, Lootshark also got level 99 ranged. So how long did it take us to get to level 99? Well, my end time was 7 hours and 27 minutes, and a large part of that was at 2.5 times experience using a Scrimshaw sacrifice. Loot Shark's end time was 9 hours and 34 minutes. Now I know this is going to sound odd, but even though these times might seem fast, I think we didn't try hard enough because we wasted a lot of time bank standing, thinking, talking. You know, we did the Art Glacier like 85 ranged for, well, that was a time waste, that was experience waste. We ended up doing some combat dummies with chains at high levels to see if they were any good or not. So we were experimenting as we went along. But what we really should have done is just stuck to Elite Dungeon 3 from level 75 onwards, because for whatever reason the health doesn't scale, but the experience does scale with the amount of people inside the dungeon and in your group. So if you're doing this with 2 or 3 players, you're literally going to level so much faster than if you do it solo. All things considered, including banking time, I think you can get level 99 ranged within 10 to 12 hours when not on double experience weekend, but you're using a Scrimshaw sacrifice for that 50% XP. And yes, I'm also taking into consideration that if you don't have double experience live active, you're going to have to bank more, but we also did this challenge quite loosely, so I think it can be done faster. If we consider a player that is not using a Scrimshaw sacrifice and is not doing this during double experience live, it would probably take them around 15 to maybe 20-ish hours to get level 99 ranged. Now while there are many variables to getting level 99 ranged, especially getting it fast, that I just simply cannot account for, I did say in this poll, how fast do you think a fresh account can get level 99 ranged in Modern Runescape, given that they have all the weapons they need for each level. Now I did get questions about using chins, about using greater ricochet and all that stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, this poll does show you the general idea people have, or players have, about how fast a Combat 99 is in RuneScape. Now, I have no idea how many players in this poll knew of a Scrimshaw sacrifice, because let's say the people voting it will take longer than 15 hours did, they might have not voted that and instead voted for within 10 to 15 hours. But this does show that the general consensus is that Combat 99s are fast, and 14% of players think you can get it within 5 hours, which I hope they were thinking of DXP or MTX, because I don't think it's possible to get 99 ranged in 5 hours without double experience or a Scrimshaw sacrifice. As for the title of the video, have combat skills become too fast? Well, I don't think so. Since combat is such a vital part of the game, it being a fast skill even without a main account providing gear is actually a good thing. At level 99 stats, you're still not going to suddenly destroy anything and everything in your path, so it doesn't matter if it's a fast skill. And let's be honest, while good damage definitely relies on skill, you're going to need to have good gear, unlocked abilities, quests, and other passive things. And you might say that Elite Dungeon trash farms are too fast, but combat skills were already really fast even before Elite Dungeons. Anyways, let me know what you think of this video down below, and if you're interested in PvM at level 1 defense, be sure to subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.